Welcome back to another episode of the Extreme Lifestyle Living Podcast. I'm your Thursday host, Emma. So, in this week's episode, I'm going to be talking about how to stay on track in terms of your fitness goals, in terms of your routines when it comes to the holiday season. It's December already, it's December 3rd right now today. So, we're already kind of getting into the swing of things. I know it gets super busy around the holidays, and a lot of times this is where some people kind of fall off or take a step back from their routines, which then makes it that much harder for them to kind of get back into the swing of things in January when gyms are busier, there's just a little bit more going on, and we're kind of in that dead of winter, you know? So what I really suggest is taking this month of December to really focus on your non negotiables, focus on your basics, and just focus on those routines and those habits that make you feel your best and that are also going to move you that much closer to your goals. The month of December doesn't have to be so crazy. It doesn't have to be something you kind of throw out the window and just sort of say, oh, well, it's just going to be a really busy month. So do what I can. That's not the mindset that you need to have. Like realistically, maybe like holiday celebrations, like maybe it's 1 week worth of stuff. Most cases, it's a couple dinners, a couple events with friends, and that type of thing, which you should be able to fit into your schedule and you should be able to manage all of those things. So, I'm going to give you a few tips and pointers on how I help manage those things, how I'm going to help teach my clients to help manage these things, and just hopefully you can strike a better balance this December, which will then lead you into the new year feeling that much more strong, that much more confident, and just that much more empowered with yourself and with your routines. So, when it comes to the holiday season, when things get busy, things get tough, and maybe you just feel a little bit more resistance in terms of sticking to your routines and sticking to your habits, something that I find super beneficial and I really recommend to anybody listening or watching to do is make sure you're setting yourself goals for the month. Now, whether that's a daily goal, weekly goals, or monthly goals, make sure that you're setting goals, but make sure that the goals that you're setting are realistic. So maybe it's something like you're not super active right now, but December, you really want to be intentional with that. So you're setting a goal of intentional movement each day, whatever that may look like to you, of 15 to 30 minutes each day. And that can be a goal that you're going to set for yourself. And it's not too drastic, it's nothing too difficult that you have to try and complete, but something that is intentional and will get you that much closer to your goals. So, setting those realistic goals, sitting down and really looking at your schedule, because of course, if you have more social events coming up, if you're just a little bit busier and you feel like your schedule is just kind of more all over the place, that's when you really need to lean in and start scheduling your workouts, scheduling your meal prepping, and just scheduling those things that are going to help make you feel your best into your day-to-day life, into your weekly schedule, into your monthly schedule. Because if you start doing this and you start planning out each day or planning out each week, I like to do it on Sundays. I'll sit down, look at my week ahead. I'll plan out what my workouts are for the week, what day, what time I'm going to the gym, plan out any appointments I have, any calls, all that sort of stuff, any time commitments that I have. I'll put those all into my calendar. So then that way, each day, each morning, I can open up my calendar. I have that plan set. And I even like looking at it the night before too. So like when I wake up, I'm in that mindset of knowing what those things are that I'm going to be accomplishing that day. And that also helps to keep me motivated. It may not really seem like it's a motivating thing, but trust me, once you see these things in your calendar or have these lists and these boxes that you're checking off every day, that is motivating because you're doing these things for yourself and you're keeping that commitment that you made to yourself, which feels really good. So, setting small and realistic goals is definitely one of the best ways to help keep you on track or help get you started on track in terms of your fitness. Something else I like to focus on is what I like to call the non negotiables. So, these will look a little bit different for everybody, but something kind of basic or something that I like to focus on is 10,000 steps a day. This is pretty achievable with my workouts, kind of my day-to-day movement. Sometimes I have to fit in an extra walk or something like that, do some cardio after my workout at the gym. But this is sort of a non-negotiable for me because I know it makes me feel my best every day when I'm getting those steps in, especially if it's a nicer day, like it's sunny outside today. Getting outside, getting some of that sunlight in your face, even though it's cold, bundle up, that will make you feel your best. So that's something that I like to take as my non-negotiable. Another non-negotiable for me is my water intake. I'm drinking 3 liters of water a day. This is completely in my control and something that makes me feel my best, like I said, and is honestly easy for me to do at this point. Like I said, it's a non-negotiable, so it's not really something I have to like think about or plan for anymore. For me, a non-negotiable in terms of my week is going to be 5 workouts a week. And that's the standard I set for myself. I don't dip below that standard. Now, that takes some planning, that takes some thought going into it at the beginning of the week and all that type of stuff. So if you feel stressed when it comes to your schedule, if you feel stressed when it comes to trying to fit in your workouts, take a look at how frequently you're trying to work out, what length of workout how long you're planning on working out for, and all those types of things. Because especially at a busier time, you may need to make some tweaks, you may need to make some adjustments to help make this work better for you and help make it work better for your schedule. Another non-negotiable for me is hitting my protein goal. Now, obviously over the holidays, you're going to be going to a lot of social events, going out for dinners, Christmas dinner, all that sort of stuff. So something I really like to get my clients to focus on is hitting that protein number, like making sure the meals that you're having or the snacks that you're having have some protein content in it. Of course, we're going to be enjoying ourselves. Of course, we're going to be having some treats over the holiday season. I know I'm going to be having some treats. I'm already thinking about apple pie, and I can't wait. Thinking about that gravy too with the turkey and the stuffing. So we're all going to be having treats, but making sure that you're keeping that protein high so that you can help maintain that muscle that you've been working so hard to build. And that's also just going to help you feel your best and help you kind of stop having sort of thoughts of eating lots of sugary foods or maybe wanting to binge and those types of things. If you're eating enough protein to fuel your body, those types of thoughts and those types of urges or feelings are going to be a lot less. So similarly to nutrition, when it comes to the holiday season, of course, we're indulging a little bit in some alcohol. I know for myself, I'm a bit of a wine girly. I love having glasses of wine at dinner, at a family dinner or something like that. So around the holiday season, I will say my alcohol does increase a little bit for that couple days where we're kind of having those holiday parties and those holiday gatherings. And that is something that I notice. Like I notice it in my body. I can feel I feel more sluggish. I feel like I've been drinking, you know? So something I like to always recommend is if you are going to be having some drinks, try to focus on something that's not super, super sugary so you're going to feel okay the next day. Make sure you're balancing your drinks with water as well. And then also just think about like making sure you're not binging and all that type of stuff. Like I know I used to be binge drinking all the time on the weekends and all that sort of stuff, and it didn't make me feel my best. So having those nice glasses of wine at dinner and all those types of things is something that I do really enjoy. It helps fill my cup up, fill my wine cup up too. Cute. But it will just help make me feel good and like enjoy my time with my family. And that's also what this is all about. Like you don't want to be going into the season feeling super stressed. This is a great time to enjoy yourself, a great time to celebrate the year that you've had and just be grateful for those around you and just spend some quality time with your loved ones. So nobody wants to be stressing out over what they're eating or how much they're drinking and all those types of things. So that's why it's so important to have your non-negotiables and kind of have those goals that you set for yourself for this month of December to really focus on to make sure that you come out of this month feeling your absolute best, because you can have it all. You can go out to all these social events, you can have some fantastic time with friends and family and all these great meals and drinks and all this stuff and still come out of this month feeling fantastic, not feeling like you've skipped a beat and feeling like you've really understood how to find that balance and take control over your schedule and over your life, especially at one of these busiest times. So take some time, plan out what you need to get done this month, plan out what your goals are that you have for yourself this month, and really sit down and look at your schedule and help make things easy for yourself. Fit in those things that are going to make you feel your best. Fit in some quality time with yourself, like fit in some quality time with your friends, with your family, some time outside, and just make sure that you're really enjoying yourself, because at the end of the day, that is what this season is about. It's about enjoying yourself. It's about love. It's about family and just about being present and being happy and being grateful for everything that we have. So make sure at the end of the day, not to stress about things, especially during this month, and just really take time to reflect on the year that you've had, how far you've come, and then focus in on these goals for December so that you can start 2025 your best self. That's a quick one for today, but that's it for today's Thursday episode of the Extreme Lifestyle Living podcast. Be sure to check out Trey's episodes every Monday, and I'll see you next Thursday.
But you bet me in that corner.